Hey, hello, Spurs fans. Paul Hotspur Hippie here, the only psychedelic soccer show on the internet, and I hope you're all well. It's a very dark Monday morning. It's 6:10 in the morning, but I was itching to get out and do a bit of streaming, even though nothing's happening. But just as the countdown was going on, I realised something. I realised something. Where's my mouse gone? It is, in Australia anyway, the 10th of July, which makes it Happy Ossie and Ricky Day. Yes, it's today, 45 years ago. 45 years ago that we signed those exotic football players. It was like an English first, signing players from where? From not Southampton, from not Weymouth, no, Argentina. A mere couple of weeks after they won the World Cup, and boy did they set a lot of kids' hearts on fire, and maybe a few grown-ups too around the country with their exploits. The Argentinian World Cup is one of my earliest football memories. My earliest is Arsenal losing the FA Cup 2-1 to Ipswich, which was tops. And then the Argentinian World Cup, and all I can remember from the World Cup is Mario Kempes and Osvaldo Ardiles. They were the two names the commentators were going on about all the time, man, all the time. And then a couple of weeks later, there it is in the paper. We signed Ricky and Ossie. Incredible. We were rubbish for a bit, and they knew we were rubbish. When they saw us training, they were saying to each other in Spanish, "This team's not very good, is it?" But boy, did they form a good old partnership with Glenn Hoddle. Glenn Hoddle, the continental Englishman, an amazing midfield we had there with Ossie, Steve, Ossie, Glenn, Ricky, and good old Tony Galvin running up the wing. It's Galvin. Spurs have got two to his right. Galvin wants to go on his own. Yeah, you know what happens next there. Rick Villiers, still Ricky Villiers. An amazing memory, and still one of my favorite. I mean, it's got to be, if you're around at that time, one of your favourite Spurs memories has got to be that Ricky Villiers goal. And all that journey started 45 years to go today, the 10th of July, because that's what it is. I know you're all going to sleepy bedtimes in England on the 9th, but the world is round. Up yours, flat earthers. It's the 10th here, so I'm celebrating Ossie and Ricky Day. So any Ossie and Ricky memories out there, that'd be great. Anyway, I'm going to. I see there's a comment. Wow, whoa, Jesus, we're on fire today. I saw old Steady as Shark was in there first. If you get in first, when the countdown's on, your reward is I'll flash it up, trying to time it in, keep it in time with my awesome bass guitar. But there's a bit of a lag, so it probably looks a bit shit. But that's as good as I can do, man. That's as good as I can do, you know. Small things. That's what life's about. Small things, little wins, little wins. So I'll go through my extensive research here, and let's see. And then I'll come to you lot in the chat, and I'll put a link up if anyone wants to pop on and say hello. Because to be quite honest, there's nothing happening really. So it's just going to be the same old crap that I was doing yesterday. But if you weren't here yesterday, you know, it's all right. It's going to be brand new. But if you were here yesterday, you might as well just go to bed now. You bugger it. Doing well. I'm not dribbling my coffee into my beard so far. That's good. I'm winding back the ears. My cheeks are getting firmer again. I can almost pop. That's what happens when you get to over 50. Everything just goes to shit. Anyway, now I'll start with this tweet. Tweets. I'm going through tweets, which I prefer saying, even though I don't like the kind of regime at Twitter. I prefer it than saying threads, because threads, which is the new other billionaire twats thing, threads just reminds me of that depressing 1980s BBC drama about a nuclear bomb dropping on Sheffield and a woman weeing her pants in the street as the mushroom cloud goes up. So come on, Zuckerberg, do your research. It's not too late to change the name, mate. Don't remind me of that. Here we go. So football tweet, just called football tweet. at football_tweet, quote by Paul Merson. And I was surprised. I was on United Spurs of America with Jacob, and he brought this up. And as soon as he said, "Oh, Paul Merson," I thought, "Oh God, here we go, because I'm up there here with ex-Arsenal players, Perry Groves, Martin Keown. Even his own team didn't like Martin Keown. Why the Talk Sport think that people are going to listen to that knobhead?" Anyway. This is about Harry Kane, but I was pleasurably surprised to see Paul Merson says, "I cannot for the life of me see Harry Kane join Bayern Munich. Why would you get to within 47 goals of Alan Shearer's Premier League scoring record and then go to Bayern to help them win the Bundesliga for the 97th time on the trot? Why would you go? What for?" And there we go. I did a video on this, which has got a record no viewers at all. I've sussed out the YouTube algorithm. I've sussed you out, YouTube. I know how you work. I've got to stand in something in front of something green, and then I get thousands of views. If I just sit here on the couch, I get nothing. I don't know what you want, YouTube, but I'm going to train you. I'm not going to have you algorithm train me. I'm going to train you. That's what I'm going to do. Because nutters always find each other. That's the thing in life. We always find each other somehow. We don't need a computer. We find each other somehow. So that was an interesting tweet, and goes against a load of media. And I had a whinge about this, saying, "Oh, wow, Harry Kane, he ain't got any ambition, has he?" And the short version of my video yesterday is all those media people are not Tottenham people, and Harry Kane would be showing far more ambition to stay at Spurs and try and win us a gong or two than going out with a Bundesliga and getting a tap-in bloody medal with that lot. I mean, that's not ambition, is it? That's crap. How can you say that England's leading goal scorer, Tottenham Hotspur's leading goal scorer, hasn't got any ambition? It's just absolutely ridiculous. I've got no ambition. This is what happens when you've got no ambition. I'm not going to. I've got so little ambition. I'll sign for Bayern Munich. Go sign me up, Bayern. I'm worth like $5,000 a week, maybe. I don't know. I haven't got an agent. I'm a very good fullback for maybe 2 minutes these days. But you lot are going to win anyway, so, be kind. Now this is interesting. Spurs Watch saying a club spokesman, this is reported by Alistair Gold. Yes, Alistair Gold. He who talks for an hour, and in the last 5 minutes you get a bit of Spurs news, but Alistair's all right. It's just the way he goes online and says, "Oh, well, I was queuing for the bus the other day, and people don't understand how to queue anymore because the bus came and at least 2 people went in front of me. Anyway, I was sitting on the bus and I was looking out the window and there were some clouds going across the sky and there was a bird, and I was thinking about the last time I had a proper Christmas dinner, because I missed one last year. And then it's just give us the Spurs news, Alistair. Just stop, for the love of everything. Just tell us. I know you're not supposed to lead with the headline, but I don't know where to skip to in your videos, mate. But according to Alistair Gold, a club spokesperson, some shadowy figure with no name. I hate it when people have no names. I don't like this. "We are fully aware of the current rising cost of living," he said as he was kicking a cat. "And as such, only one of 3 Premier League clubs is to free season tickets for the upcoming season. Our match ticket prices are comparable to other London clubs with a wide range of price points." Price points. This kind of language kills me. Price points. What's the difference between a price point and a fucking price, for God's sake? Anyway, available for fans to choose from. You have a wealth of price points to choose from. Don't moan, you plebs. And I saw another tweet. I don't know if I've bloody bookmarked it. I haven't. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. Sorry, man. But as well as the ticket prices going up, they've also had a bit of a shuffle around with what is a Category A game and what's a Category B game. From memory, my memory's a bit duff. there's like one less category C game and one more B or A. So they're sort of, ringing out a few fucking price points there, aren't they? And also they've changed the seating arrangements a bit to, so what was a crap seat yesterday, a value price point last season is now a value add price point, I think they call it, this club spokesman, a value add price point. So they've not only have they, someone was in the chat yesterday talking about this, the way that they increase memberships on the sly, so your convenient payment automatically goes out of your account. It's like 10 quid more or something like that, ridiculous. But the reason people are members are because they think they can get tickets. And the reason they kept on their membership is because they didn't think tickets were going up, because Spurs made a big hoo-ha about season tickets not going up. So, okay, I'll keep my membership. Oh, I've been screwed there. It's £10 extra. I didn't know that was happening, but okay. And then ticket prices have gone up. But not only the ticket prices have gone up, the category of games have shifted up to a higher price point, and the seating arrangements, all those different things with the map, they're all shifted up. So I think it's absolutely bloody outrageous. It really is. I mean, thank God we've still got this guy though, so maybe he's going to put a few smiles on people's faces this year. But here's Angie. Don't mind me, lads. Don't mind me. I'm just watching. Just innocent, all like, I'm just Australian. I don't know anything about football, me. He's taking names. Also in Harry Kane news, it looks like, depending on what you bloody read, either Bayern Munich are losing interest in Kane, or they've put an 80 million something bid in. I don't know if it's euros or 80 million currency bid in for Kane. Hands off, mate. Hands off. Not interested. Don't sell him. I mean, Harry Kane, if he could score 30 goals in a crap team last year, just think how many he can score with Maddison. And I'll tell you what, bloody Basuma. Basuma's looking really good in training, man. Really fit and strong, and he didn't have the best of years last year. We could blame that on personal stuff going on. We could also blame it on injury as well, and we could blame it on playing in a crappy system where it's just him and one other person in midfield, which I don't know where that comes from in football. A two-man midfield. I mean, get out of here. And it wasn't 3-4-3. It was 5-2-3. I think that adds up to 10. Yeah, it does. Oh, and one more thing I'll waffle on about before I come to the comments, because there's no one in here, but there's some comments, but thank you, is England won a test match. Amazing. I thought we were doomed because we won the toss and decided to have a bowl again for no apparent. I mean, we nearly lost. So I'm going to be a bit like Ange Postecoglou's dad and just whinge about it anyway, because I'm never happy with these sorts of things. I couldn't believe it. In the second innings, coming into number 3, we put in a bowler. Moeen Ali comes into bat at number 3. It's a brand new cricket tactic I've never heard of. I think I'll call it the day watchman. Moeen Ali, who I thought, well, maybe he's an all-rounder. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's not just a bowler. Yeah, his average is 28, which is pretty good for a bowler, but it's not number 3 in your lineup, considering your number 5 or 4 was Harry, what's his name, with an average of 60 odd, 70 odd. I don't understand why they put a bowler in at number 3. I don't know. Was it to give a bit more sting in the tail, or I don't know. Don't understand this baseball. But anyway, the Ashes are alive. That's all good. Bairstow has got to go. I'm fed up with that guy. Keg on legs. All right, now I think I've spent my life. I'll just have a quick look at another news source here. Apparently, Manor Solomon will be announced tomorrow, so that's pretty good, eh? That's pretty good. Now, I'll just have a look at some comments. What I'll do is I'll put the link in if anyone wants to come on. Oh, hang on. Oh yeah, I can do it. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Do, do, do. There we go. Come on in. Now, in case you don't know, I'm not one of those channels that likes 10 people all shouting at each other. You know, I like talking silly stuff. You know, by all means, have a big fart with no smell, but you know, none of this silly shenanigans I've been seeing around the traps of just shouting over each other and saying you're an idiot and all that. It's not cool. It's the Hotspur hippie. It's not the Hotspur Hopkins or the Hotspur Piers Morgan. I'll calm down as soon as I get my coffee. This is why I wake up in the morning. All right, so have a look at the comments. Here we go. Might be a short old stream today. At this point, I usually like to put the camera down a bit and get comfy. Saves my back a bit. There we go. Ossie and Ricky Day. How about that? 45 years ago. It feels like yesterday. It does actually feel like yesterday that me as a 6-year-old kid remembers the paper coming and all the buzz. And in my mind, that just it cemented it for me. You know, well, if we're signing the world champions, then we're the best team in the world. That's how it works, and that's how it still works to me. I've never forgotten that real feeling that Tottenham are the best team in the world, greatest team the world has ever seen. I don't care what anyone says; they can all do one. That's what we are. It's fact. And I would expect fans from any other team to say the same about their own team. I don't know why people don't go on about their teams more. I don't know. It's like everyone wants to be down on their teams, but I'm not going to do it until we start losing, and then they'll know it coming. Steady as Shark was first in today, so he got the reward of me doing that. And g'day hippie, g'day Steady as Shark. Nice to have you, man. Hey, Moondog. Good evening, Paul. Good evening, Moondog. I suppose it's a Sunday evening, so you like whittling away in your workshop there, beavering away. Very creative man, I hear, Mr. Moondog. Steady Shark, I noticed. Oh yes, that's the only reward I can get, man. But some things are better than money can buy. I mean, I could be throwing away Spurs shirts at first in, but I can't afford it. So you just get a blink. It's better than nothing, isn't it? Better than kiss my ass, have an apple. Dave Clark, Ossie and Ricky were not originally wanted as a pair, but Ossie said he wouldn't come to Spurs without Ricky, so Spurs agreed to it. That's the story I've heard as well, David. And what a story. I like stories like that, like people looking out for their mates, and we didn't do too bad out of the deal in the end, I think. Oh, here we go. This is a precise number from David. Bayern latest bid for Harry Kane is £68,350 and 66 cents. I almost got my currencies right. 66 pence, which is a bloody insult, so they can piss off. So it's 80 million euros. Is that what I'd be right in saying that? Less than 70 million quid. Yeah, bugger off. You couldn't buy a toenail of Harry Kane to do that. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why people want to sell our best player. Will Harry Kane fit into the Ange system? I mean, look. What does Ange have to say about this? Let's see. Where is he? Here he is. Ange, can Harry Kane fit into your system? Well, g'day, mate. I've been taking some notes, and I've worked out that Harry Kane is the best footballer in the world, so I'll fit him into my system. No worries. There you go. Straight from the horse's mouth. On the other side, though, Dyer, get back in your bloody area, Dyer. What are you doing, mate? It's the yin and yang of football, although Ange can't throw out a good old bollocking as well. So we'll see how we go. Steady Shark says, I still don't understand how Forest have been moved up to Category B. Yeah, I do. It's money, isn't it? It's money. Come on, Steady Shark. Come on, we all understand why they've done it. It's absolutely outrageous, isn't it? It's disgusting. Does it like because I'm not in England and it probably take me what does anyone know like because this shadowy club spokesman said it's in line with other London clubs. So are Brentford fans playing the same as Spurs? Are they at Brentford, Fulham? They're playing the same as Spurs. They're London clubs. I'd be very surprised if they're paying £75 to go and see a bloody football game. But I don't know, man. I mean, I can't imagine them charging £75 at that bloody leisure centre that Brentford play at. I don't know. It's just such a cynical money grab, isn't it? David Clark says, with there being only 17,500 Spurs fans who are not season ticket holders, then if you divide the 19 home games into A, B, and C matches, then Tottenham will only make 2.4 million for the season. That's a lot of info, David. It's early in the morning for me, man. Yeah. Still sharp. If those pitiful numbers are true, which I don't understand, okay, I'm glad you lot understand, and that's cool. Are true, then why in God's name did they think it was worth the anger and backlash? Oh, I see what you're saying. So are you saying? So you're saying it's 2 million extra? Okay, so all right, so you're saying it's 2.5 million extra. Well, for fuck's sake, 500,000 of that can come straight back out of Levy's pocket, pay rise. Don't tell me there isn't another 2 million in mismanagement going on at this place, because I'm really questioning. You know, I always come from the point of view that billionaires are shit businessmen. But yeah, God, I'm starting to wonder where the money's going at Tottenham, man. We made a loss last year. We're making, I don't know what we'll do this year. I mean, that loss is probably coming purely, I would guess, from buying rubbish players for lots of money and not being able to sell them. There's some bad business management going on. It's a football club, man. It's not that hard. You know, all these golden times, man. The stadium that'll take us to the next new level. It'll take us to the next new level of credit card debt. That's what it'll do. And I wonder if the membership prices in Australia, I wonder if they've been released yet, because it says coming soon. Like it's a big bloody announcement. Let's have a look. But I can't find how much they were last year. So me in Australia, there's this weird thing available in the official Spurs supporters club, and I'm not meaning to dig out the Spurs supporters people over here. This is I'm sure this is all dictated from shadowy people up in White Hart Lane or the Bahamas. And the only thing that I can see here that I can buy next year or this year, it's this thing called Perth Tour online membership. And when I click it, it's $10. So it's only £5. So you might think that's but it looks like it's only for while they're out here, which is like 5 days or something. And it says membership is now available for those attending the Perth First Team Tour. This online membership will give you priority access to the events we have planned over the full week of the event. I don't know what that means. Man. What is it? You can't see any more than that. Is that if it's online, it's not even meeting it as a pub, is it? What is it? A Zoom chat? A Zoom chat with Soldado or something? I don't know. But I'm not paying $10 for something. Well, I ain't got $10. But if I did have $10, I'd still not spend it on something I don't know what it is, because you're not telling me. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's more and more bitter tasting. And, despite all our whinge, because, I've had the pleasure of growing up when football was a lot better and a lot less like this. And even though I and many other people, we all have a good old moan at this. When the whistle goes at the end of the day, it's still Tottenham playing. I still get a buzz on match day. I feel sorry for all the fans that have been absolutely fleeced But when the whistle goes, it's still my Tottenham, isn't it? That's the thing, and that's the thing that gets taken advantage from by all these corporate suits and value add and user experience and value leveraged upselling and all this sort of stuff, and the different tier memberships. So you could have just the one Hotspur, you know, if you're a bit povo, but you know, just to make you feel bad, we'll put in this other one Hotspur Plus, and make it more expensive. So if you really cared about Tottenham, you'd buy the plus one or gold or platinum or whatever the hell it is. It's just absolute exploitation, you know. It really is horrible. So for £2.5 million, I see what you're saying now. For £2.5 million, they've completely pissed off everyone, and for no reason at all. You know, I mean, how much does Eric Dyer earn a year? It's probably £2.5 million. Just I don't know. Just get rid of him. So steady as shark, which made the penny drop. Thank you, man. With what David Clark was saying, if those pitiful numbers are true, then why in God's name? Why in God's name did they think it was worth the anger and backlash amongst the fans? Absolutely. It's because they don't care, man. They don't care. They don't look at Twitter. They're not looking at how people are reacting at all. At all. I can guarantee it, man. The board do not consider anything. I'll give you a little second-hand anecdote here. So this is from, now it's a bit of a friend, but bear with me here. So I've got a friend in England who still goes to matches, and in recent years, from time to time, he's had corporate boxes and stuff like that with his company, right? And so a friend of his in these echelons was actually last season, or no, season before, was got into Daniel Levy's box, so the highest of highs, right? And this guy had a chat with Daniel Levy's wife. Now, this is the whole hearsay, obviously, you know, but my mate said it, I believe it to be true, but it's not actionable. It's not actionable. What are you going to sue me for, Levy? My bloody Spurs medical equipment that I've got. Anyway, so his wife says to this guy, I don't know why the fans are upset, saying we don't buy players. We bought Ndombele, and this was already after he was shit. This is how detached and clueless these idiots are that are running our great football club. And you know, as I always say, it's not their football club, man. It's ours. It's ours. It always has been, always will be our club, not theirs. But they don't listen. So steady as sharp. They're not aware. They're not aware of all of this stuff on the internet. They're not aware of people protesting outside. You know, the balloons and the chants in the stadium. That's the only time that they know, and they could put up with that because, you know, when you're going off to your marble-lined corporate box or whatever, I mean, I don't know what the corporate box is like, what Levy's Palace is like up there, but you can bet your ass it's not like a KFC, is it? It's going to be the best, most expensive bollocks there is, which is just, it makes my blood boil. It makes my blood boil. There's the link there. If anyone wants to come on and, like, you know, calm me out. I'm a very sort of, it's like hangry Hotspur hippie this morning. Maybe this is the way I wake up sometimes. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to be angry to get internet clout. I hear the phrase the kids use. Anger gets hits. I don't want to do that though. I'd rather build slowly, and just have cool, chill people around. You know. Steady sharp. That kind of money could only afford a few of Richarlison's toes. Yeah, but the Harry Kane bid. It's an insult, man. Insult. Mark Cousins, g'day, Sheriff. I've made a few changes, I think. It's like you change one thing, and the only way I'll know if it's worked. Oh look, there's a door open behind me, which makes my head look like, hey, that's almost like it's like MC Hammer. My head looks like at the moment with this door. It's annoying me. I'm going to close the door. Hammer time. Can't touch this. I don't want to give anyone the false impression that I have more hair than I have, you know. Yeah, so hopefully all right, but this is, but thanks for bringing it up. Why is I can't win anyway. Um, from time to time, my PC does like mysteriously crap itself, so I will flick over to my iPhone quickly split just in case. But I have my tools at the ready. This is a multi-purpose tool. It's like a Swiss Army knife. Not only can it fix Tottenham players' ligaments, you know, kick back in hernia. Oh, you'll be fine, Sonny. Just give him the hammer. It's a precision PC adjustment device, multi-purpose that is. Dave Clark says it's Forest Robin Hood country. Come on, Levy, we'll be all over that. Oh, it's just so cynical. Hang on. Where? I can't even remember where Forest landed up last year. Uh, Premier League table 2022. Oh, I put 2002 because I'm just useless at this. IT professional for decades. Here we go. Um, it's the wrong year. Come on. Here we go. Oh, so Forest did climb up to 16th. 16th. They did clear relegation by 4 points. So, you know, that's worth putting up a category, isn't it? It's absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. You know, but you know, I remember the year when my season ticket tripled in price. When the shelf went all cedar, it went from £76 to 200 and something in 1 year. It's like, what the fuck? I don't want to sit down anyway. Safety third. Mark Sheriff, I'm not going any more at those prices and where I live. Be 150 quid before eating or drinking anything. I mean, so I'll have to translate that into my brain, which is about $300. And oh my lord, $300 could buy you a whole stand at top quality not football, but sport over here. It is. That's why I just think I don't know the bubble. It might not be. You know, I'm not saying in a year, but I'm thinking 10, 20, 30 years time. Maybe there's a chance of this bubble bursting a little bit because as it becomes more expensive and the fans become quieter because they're all posh and the football, you know, the football changes, becomes more sanitized, and Sky Sports and all that make it more expensive to sit on your ass on a couch to watch a game than, you know, take your family out for a meal. It's going to reach the point where people are just going to switch off, aren't they? I'm sure people are just going to start switching off, or to get their football fix, go down the leagues. You know, I was saying this the other day. If I was still in London and I had my kids over there instead of here, I mean, I'd love them. Like one of my daughters is a Spurs fan. One doesn't give a shit about football, but I'd almost be encouraging them to support a local non-league team or a lower division team because they'd be able to go and see their team without even thinking about it. But to support Tottenham at the moment, it's hard. You know, I saw a tweet by Crackers, Richard Cracknell, saying, "Well, he's out. That's it. He's been priced out." And I mean, you don't want fans like that being, you know. Oh, it's almost like they don't. Well, I know they don't care. They don't care about. I think I've heard this term legacy fans. They don't care about them. You know, they want the quiet, posh people in that are there for the whole day experience that'll spend, you know, 500 quid in the fancy restaurant and do the skywalk and I don't know, go to the glory hole or whatever they've got there now instead of a statue of Bill. In fact, that's what Tottenham's becoming. It's not glory, it's a glory hole. And you don't know what's on the other side. That's what Spurs is like. You're paying all this money. I don't know, man. Uh, yeah, 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 sorry, yeah, so yeah, 150. So yeah, $300 in Australia. It's just in Australia, the cost of living here, it's way. I think it's more than England at the moment, like food and stuff like that. But when I think $300, I mean, it's still kind of, it's more than a week shopping for me. I wouldn't, I couldn't be doing it. I couldn't be doing it, mate. David Clark. So for making 2.4 million, okay, right, I get what you're saying. What was the point in deciding the fans again for a sum like that? Levy is balmy. He don't give a shit. He clearly does not give a shit. Really, it's I don't get it, man. What I'm gonna do is there's a few people come in. If anyone wants to come on for a quick chat, it's probably gonna be a quick chat. There you go. Um, there's the link. I've just put it in the comments. But there's a few commenters here. Thanks for keeping me going, chaps and chapesses and everything else. Keeps me going. How much is it in membership crap? Yeah. Uh, David Clark. Okay, yeah, it's crazy, and this is where I question. You know, every time he's mentioned in any media, and this is with a view to where the second part is they'll say he needs to step away from football. They always say, "Oh, Daniel Levy, he's a great businessman, done wonders for the club." But I disagree. I don't think he is a good businessman. He got a top football club, cheap, cheap, cheap as chips, cheap as chips. Could have done nothing and would have made billions. He's absolutely squeezed every cent out of the brand Tottenham Hotspur, because that's all it is. It's just a brand to him, and stuffed up loads of business deals. And I don't know where the money's gone. He pays himself and the board more than any other club in the land. We charge the most for ticket prices in Europe, in the world, for what? For that shit we saw last season. I'm sure Ange Postecoglou we can have a great season this year, but have the great season first, lads. Have the great season first, then we'll talk about a bit of ticket prices. But I don't get it. I don't get it. It's horrible, horrible. David Clark. Spurs will be going on tour without any new centre backs. Levy can't even get second level centre backs over the line. Levy is a clown. He is, mate. He is. As far as the centre backs going, I've been kind of patient and relaxed. I've been kind of nice and zen about it. But we've got to do it this week, haven't we? We've got to do it this week. We've got. This is the time where you want to get them before they get on that plane. Get all the medicals and all that shit done. It's going to be really Monday, Tuesday, because what's the date? It's the 10th. Harry Kane and Ollie Skip are back in camp on Wednesday, and pretty soon we'll be flying on a jet plane, won't we? So it needs to be Monday or Tuesday, man. Really does. Shamu, g'day, man. They want 40 million for Van der Ven. Clock is ticking for pre-season, and we still have the same centre backs. I know, man. I know. At this stage, I've been beaten down so much. I'll just take fucking one, man. I'll just take one. Just give me one. Just give me Van der Ven. He looks good. He looks good. It's something. It's something. There was I did see another bit of baseless speculation where, although it was Davison, I think it came from Davison Sanchez's agent. So Davison's Mr. 15%. Is saying that there's some interest from overseas or somewhere for Davison Sanchez. So we might only have Eric Dyer. It just pisses me off, man. We're not gonna do it again. We're not gonna do it again. We're getting so close, and we just don't do that one extra step to get really good. It's just half-assed, isn't it? Tottenham half-assed FC. Look, I'm still hoping, man. This I'm hoping, but I'm feeling all your frustration out there and all your vibes. David Clark. Even going back to the old White Hart Lane when I used to go in the West Stand upper, every home game I'd see different people around me, and every game a lot of them would just not even be talking Spurs. You know what? I don't know if this was indicative of what was going on at Tottenham, but I mean, and this was in the Alan Sugar years. So, because I moved away from London, I moved back, and then eventually I got to one home game before I left England to move to Australia. So it would have been in '95, and it would have been in QPR against QPR, and it was a boring game, 1-1 draw. But it'd been a while since I'd been to White Hart Lane, like maybe 5 years, 6 years, and I naively just bought a ticket for the shelf, and I think the atmosphere had moved to the Paxton Road end by then, but there was no atmosphere, man. There was nothing. So you know that's why I say when people are moaning about Levy, sorry, I didn't mean it that way. While people are criticising Levy, this really did start. It started with Irving Scholar. We hung on in there. Alan Sugar is the guy that started ripping the heart out of the club, ripping the bloody heart out of the club. I couldn't stand that guy, and we've gone from that to slightly better, which is still not good enough for Tottenham Hotspur, mate. It's still not good enough for Tottenham Hotspur. We're not just we're not just a bit better than mediocre. We're great. That's the way we always have been. I still see this as even though it's been like 30 years since we've won the FA Cup, 30 years out of our wonderful 150-year history, you could still look back at it as a blip if things change. But I can't deny I'm starting to get nervous about centre backs, man. I just can't. I can't face another season of that shit at the back unless Ange somehow works a miracle, man. But he's only bloody human. And this would be the worst case, right? We don't get any centre backs, so we're all leaky at the back, and then they fire Ange at Christmas. That I mean, I can never be done with this club, but that would absolutely break my heart, man. It really would. We've got what, in my opinion, one of the best managers going in world football, and I'm only saying that because I've seen him longer than you lot. I'm not saying it because he's Australian, because we've got a lot of shit Australian coaches, believe me. And it'd be such a waste. He's absolutely perfect for Tottenham. Absolutely perfect. Attacking football. We're going to see some good stuff, but whether it's going to be good enough to cater for what's happening at the back, I don't know. That's what worries me. Maybe there is a rabbit to be pulled out of the hat in the shape of Plascozzi or Dorrington. Maybe there's something there. I don't know. And if that's the case, I'd love it, man, to have a homegrown player. But I hope we're not half-arsing it and tight-arsing it and just quibbling like we do as usual. It's horrible, man. Jazz Jones, I had your comment up there for a while. I wasn't talking about it, but hello, man. When we got destroyed by Newcastle and Levy witnessed it, I honestly thought we'd go out and spend 20 million. Yeah, because and this is what and I've got limited accounting knowledge, right? But when you're this rich, right? When you're this rich, it's not like you're relying on a bank account with like 10 billion just going up in it. Your wealth is this portfolio of crap, it's all this. So he counts the value of Spurs as his own money, right? So the value of Spurs goes up 300 million, but Daniel Levy doesn't put money into it. He's fucking annoying. He really is. He really is. It's not like he is to, get out his wallet. It don't work that way with these bloody clowns. It's outrageous. I mean, I wasn't even expecting 200 million, to be honest. Not 200 net anyway. Maybe 200 if we get rid of a few players, but no, not 200. But I was expecting a centre back or two before anything else. And look, it's great we got Ricario in. I'm more excited about that than I was about Raya, so I think that's good. That's really good. Madison, fantastic. That is an amazing, that is a absolute bargain. But if we're doing the same as we did the year before and don't buy any defenders, it's going to be just pointless. Pointless. We can play the high pressing game all we like, but as soon as it gets back to Dyer's feet, it's going to be a goal, man. It's going to be a goal. Maybe with, Vicario is a little bit better than Hugo. Instead of us leaking 63 goals, we might leak only 50. And given the way, I know we finished 8th last year, but there was a couple of bollocky games that did that. We weren't far out of European football. This is just starting to smell to me again as just doing enough to get into Europe. Just getting enough. Just doing barely enough to squeak into a bloody fifth place in the Football League, which blows my mind that you can finish 5th and then have a valid shout of being European champions the next year. It's just, that's what, look, I'm getting my bubble burst here. I'm getting my bubble burst. It's looking like it's the same old shit, isn't it? It's the same old shit. We'll do just enough to get into Europe, and that's all we give a fuck about. And Angie's going to be doing his best, man. But you can't make a clay pot out of a privet edge. Or, I don't know, a nettle bush. I was going to say dog shit, but that's an obvious metaphor. I was trying to conjure up something a bit more colourful, but it's early in the morning. I haven't finished my coffee yet. That's as good as I can do, mate. Yeah, but don't worry about typos, man. I speak internet. We all do it, mate. We all do it. There's the link there if anyone wants to come on. There's the link in the chat if anyone wants to come on. Oh, you got cuddly Ben Kaufman. Ben Kaufman, the old man's brain in a young man's body who remembers Jack Hargreaves. Good to see you, Ben. Hope you're well. I hope you're well. I'm well, man, but I'm starting to get a little bit agitated. I'm just wondering if we're going to be a bit leavy before pre-season, man. I mean, we already have a bit with ticket prices and the way they've shuffled around what is a good game and what's a shit game and where the good seats are and where the bad seats are. And David Clark, according to his figures, raised a paltry extra $2.5 million. And I hate the way they say they justify it. Cost of living increases. Well, you're doing it. You're the ones doing it. Do you think Daniel Levy and the board, do you think the cost of living affects them in any way at all? Any way at all? They've got more money than they can spend on the interest of the interest. You couldn't even blow all that on Ferraris and bollocks and 24 karat gold toilets. The interest of the interest, man. How much money do you need in this world before you cream even more out of the bloody working classes? Well, fuck them. End up with a stadium of posh people and no atmosphere and shit football. The thing is, it will ultimately lead to shit football, which we're seeing already. When you get more poshos in, footballers aren't going to play as well. We're not going to have any home advantage. And bit by bit, footballers ain't going to be wooed by coming to Tottenham. Managers aren't going to come over. We have probably been hit up the arse by a rainbow getting Ange Postecoglou in. A man of that quality who wants to actually be at the club, man. Be at the club. And we are so close to spaffing it away. You coming on? Oh, you're in all chat? Yeah, so come on, because I'm running out here, man. I'm running out. 24Z, there's even reports today that Levy is willing to pay 30 million euros for Van der Ven, but they want 40. You won't be able to do it. Well, fucking pay 40, man. Please, just do it. Just chilling, man. Well, that's cool, man. That's all cool too. I think this is the chill place, Hopefully, I'll have to calm down, man. If you're chilling, okay, let's get chilling. Let's get chilling for Ben. Mark Swift, g'day, man. G'day, Mark. How you going? 24Z. Exactly, Paul. Drives me flipping mad. I'm trying not to swear so much on these streams because I know when I hit that magic 1,000, which could be anywhere between a week and 5 years, who knows, who cares? I can start squeezing some of those monies out. Those big corporate people like people who use nice language. Otherwise, you don't get the advertising bucks. But it drives me fucking bad too. So bollocks to them. As aren't asking for the craziest thing in the world. Two young centre backs. And you're right, man. For bloody years, we won't have to worry about it. We've had to worry about it for 4 or 5 years now. Tennerpool. I think it's a nice new name, man. How you going, man? Nice to see you. These still might not be Angie's choice of signings. Well, if they're not, why are we doing it in the first place, man? Look, if we do creep in with something like a Hiroki Ito or someone like that, and it sort of smells a bit of, it's got that ode to Postecoglou, then I'm happy, man. I'm happy. Like if we pick someone that we've not even heard of, and but Postecoglou seems to be happy with it, and it is his man, then I'm happy. I don't care if we get these people on a free or anything like that. I'll be happy. But at the moment, it don't look like we're doing shit. David Clark says Madison purchase will mean bugger all if we don't strengthen the back line. Yeah, exactly, mate. It's going to be absolutely. Oh, fucking hell, man. Well, okay. Well, you're younger. You got a bit more colour in your whiskers, mate. So I'll take Jack Hargreaves if you take the Bob Ross, and remember to shake the devil out of your brush. That's what you've got to do. And I mean, Bob Ross was nice and chill, but I remember in England we also had this program, Painting with Nancy Pekowski, something like that. The English Bob Ross. Let's have a look at the English Bob Ross. See if I can get it up on the screen without my PC shitting itself. This was one of those programs that, like, when you chucked a sickie from school. I mean, chucking a sickie from school used to be almost not worth it a lot of the time because it was so boring sitting at home on your own, and there was nothing on TV except you had like 5 hours of schools and colleges program, which was like being at school because they were boring schools and colleges. And then it would go to the bloody news. Then it'd be Pebble Mill at one. It'd be Pebble Mill at one side, and then on the other side you'd have shit like Crown Court, the Sullivans. Oh, for the love of everything sweet in the world. I remember those sicky days when I just hadn't done my homework. And so often, you know, if you chucked an extra sicky day, you could get away with it. And you'd have to watch the bloody Sullivans. It was like karma. It was balance. It's like, well, there's maybe it was like some British government Department of Education initiative. Well, if you are going to chuck a sickie, you ain't going to enjoy it because you're going to have to watch Crown Court and the Sullivans. And also part of that was Painting with Nancy, which was, you know, if I watched it now, I'd probably enjoy it. But as a kid, it was arse. And then as you got older, it got even more arse because the kids' programs, they started, and it was all shit like Chock-a-Block and Play School and stuff that was too young, but you still watched it anyway until it got a bit older. And you got a bit like Zammo ODing on heroin on a children's program. Here we go. Nancy Kaminsky. Here we go. This is the English Bob Ross. And she wasn't even English though, was she? She was Canadian, I bet. Hang on, let's get this up on the old Wikipedia. Share screen. Now my PC might bollocks itself. We'll see. If it does, I'll flip over to plan B. Here we go, Nancy Kaminsky. Where's she from? Italian American presenter who found fame in Britain. So we couldn't even have an English Bob Ross. Really, an English Rolf Harris. I used to know someone that worked at the BBC, and years ago they said to me, there's something not right with Rolf Harris, something steely in his eyes. And, you know, I paid no heed to it at the time, but, you know, and this person also said that David Attenborough was absolutely wonderful, beautiful human being. And Patrick Moore, this is one for the older viewers. I'll lose some subscribers and viewers. But so what she used to do, she used to, I'll get this guy up. I'll get this guy up. This is what TV used to be about. This is what TV used to be about, folks. Let's have a look. There we go. Let's get a bit of it. There he is. There he is. Where's he in his pomp? There we go. Hang on. Let's get him. Let's get him right here. Sky at night. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, that's a. Oh, don't, no. Oh, that's probably public domain. Let's have a look here. An image, a new tab. There we go. Let's change that. Get rid of this. This dude. Look at this dude. Patrick Moore. I used to love this guy, right? Every month, the Sky at Night. He was the longest, one of the longest serving presenters. Absolute eccentric. So my friend, what their job was to, you know, at the end of programs, I don't know if they still do it now, but it used to be, oh, and if you go online, as the credits were going up, if you go online now, you can ask Patrick Moore some questions, and they give you a web address. So it was her job to, you know, either have the person in the studio and just type backwards and forwards. It was their job to, you know, be the type of person. That's how she met Rolf Harris and didn't like the look in his eyes, and how she absolutely loved David Attenborough. So anyway, Sky at Night, credits have got, you know, she's getting ready. So she rings Patrick Moore up. She rings Patrick Moore up to get him ready. And Patrick Moore says, "Go away, I'm watching the Sky at Night," and hangs up. He was watching his own program. He didn't even ask who it was. He was waiting till the end of his own program before he would answer the phone properly. It's brilliant. Patrick Moore. Go away, I'm watching the Sky at Night. I saw him do a talk once because I was all into my astronomy when I was younger. And asked him, are there aliens out there? And he says, well, there's no strict evidence for BEMs, as I call them, bug-eyed monsters. But yeah, that's what TV used to be. TV. I can see all the Tottenham field buggering off. So anyway, back to your point. I'll be Jack Hargreaves. You can be Bob Ross, mate. How's that? I'm not taking both on the chin. Come on, I've got no shoulders, man. I can't carry that weight. 24Z. Faxball, did you hear Levy have the audacity of saying we are only one of 3 teams who have frozen their season ticket? I know, man. I know. It's just such a it's a 3-card Monty, isn't it? It really is. It's find the lady. Yeah, we've frozen season ticket prices, but we've subsidised it. It's horrible, horrible. Ben Kaufman, the posh travelling life for me. Yeah, don't have to worry about shit. And it's like when you got this much money, you don't do anything. You don't do anything. You just tell other people to do things, don't you? That's what you do. You just tell other people, and you just walk around. All you do when you're a billionaire is you just bobble about. You know, you don't have to even. Probably don't even have to pick up a phone, do you? You just you get up in the morning. You've got someone that probably dresses you. You go downstairs. Probably someone carries you. Someone's already made whatever breakfast you want. And if you change your mind, they will make it in your kitchen and bring it out. And then you go in a car where someone's just driving you about or whatever, or you just fly somewhere. And then you've got all these people looking after you, catering to your every need all the time. And then society somehow worships these people, or tells us to anyway. Society doesn't, but wankers like Simon Jordan do. So they must be great because they're rich. They do nothing at all. Can you imagine, like, Imagine just being able to do that now, where you just do nothing. I mean, I do nothing, but I still have to like cook and have a shit and stuff. You know, they probably have someone to do that for them, and you just waft around. You just waft through life, blah 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 blah. Wafty wafty wafty. Although maybe it's a bit different for them. Maybe it is different for them because you can't be that rich unless you're trying to fill a hole with materialistic goods that can never be filled. Can never be filled, my friends. If you're chasing that sort of void, you're never going to be happy, mate. You're never going to be happy, and you're going to be a bit of a psycho. You're going to trample on people. You're never going to have genuine friendships because all you care about is yourself. But that's fine because you've got no conscience. You know, that's what people like that are like. You can't be a billionaire without having a conscience. I mean, fuck's sake, as soon as I get to, I don't know what the amount would be, but it wouldn't be that much. I'd be giving the bloody money. I wouldn't know what I'd do with it. I'd be giving it to my mates, to friends, to charities. I mean, that's what a lot of people would do, isn't it? I mean, I don't know what that amount is for everyone, but fucking 100 million, and you're still going to get, I want more fucking money. What point do you just say, oh, that's enough for me? That's enough for me. And then people like Bill Gates. Bill Gates is a good billionaire because he gives money away. He's still got billions. He's not a good billionaire. If he was good, he would give like nearly all of it away and just have a few million left and still be richer than 99% of the planet. Yeah, posh, bloody posh, Ben. Posh fuckers. Can't stand posh people. There's probably some rich people out there that aren't posh, but there's not many, man. Not many. Elvis Presley was rich and he wasn't posh. You know, I'm talking, it's probably just sports people and musicians. No one in business is rich and not posh. They turn posh. Alan Sugar, he tries to be posh. Fucking Lord Sugar, my crack. Your name's Alan, you bloody hairy walnut. Isarian, good morning. G'day, Paul. The team still hasn't kicked the ball against an opposition yet. Let's give it a bit and see if there is anything to worry about in Ange. We trust. Come on, you Spurs. Thanks for calming me down, man. Thanks for calming me down. But this isn't my first rodeo, and I am starting to get a little bit edgy. I mean, there's no reason to, because it's the weekend. It's just Sunday in England, isn't it? So I shouldn't be any more agitated than I was yesterday. So, but when it comes to Wednesday morning, our time, mate, Wednesday morning, if we haven't got a centre back over the line, I am going to start getting nervous. And I've got the biggest trust in Ange. But if we don't have a defence, man, it's going to be really hard for him. And I just don't want to see the guy. I don't want to see him hard done by. I don't want to see the fans hard done by for yet another season. You know, we're so close. Again, we're so close. And I just worry that we're not going to just do that extra tiny little bit, the extra tiny little bit to get us from mediocre, that get lucky once in a while because we got Harry Kane, basically. If we didn't have Harry Kane last few seasons, we wouldn't be in Europe. There's no way. No way, man. No way. All these people saying, sell Harry Kane, get rid of him, he's got no ambition. Well, you know, we would have been mid-table without Harry Kane. And, okay, we get money for him. The thing is with Spurs, if we sold him for 100 million, we'd buy 100 million crap players, $100 million worth of crap. That's just what we do at Tottenham. But Ange, we trust, man. Keep the faith. David Clark, I just looked up Bayern Munich season ticket prices, and the people who think their prices are cheap then don't know what they're talking about. Excluding standing on the terraces, prices are huge. I'm not sure your point. I don't know. I can look it up myself. Let's have a look. Because I don't know what way you're coming at. I think I know, but I want to make sure. Let's have a look. Season ticket prices. Okay, prices and concessions, fees. I don't understand. How much is a season ticket at Bayern Munich? No, get fucked. No. It can't. What? No. I've got to get that. I can't believe this. Well, okay. So, all right. Well, this is from 3 years ago. Okay, so it's going to have gone up a bit. But standing, which football should be, can you believe? I can't believe this, man. A season ticket at Bayern Munich standing is 145 euros 3 years ago. So what's it now? Maybe 170 euros for a season ticket, which is where I'd want to be. That's where fans would want to be, man. And seats were between 350, the most expensive 765 euros. So, okay, you've got to get on a waiting list or whatever. But I mean, come on, man. Come on. Wow. That's blowing me away. Blowing me away. I mean, and the other thing, when they say other prices in London, so let me just have a look at the Premier League here. Oh, I'm going the wrong place here. So let me have a look. Premier League table. So, okay, well, Brentford were 1 point off us. So what's Brentford's season ticket prices? I'm just going to look at season ticket prices because it's going to be too hard for me to work out seating and all that sort of shit. And they've got bugger all capacity. Okay, pricing information. Our ticket prices are comparable to other London clubs. Other London clubs. Here's Brentford. Season ticket price. It goes from £449. £449. In fact, it's £449. 549. And you might well say, oh, it's Brentford, but they're only 1 point behind us, mate. I don't give a shit what sort of ground we've got. Let's have I mean, is Arsenal comparable? Is Arsenal match day prices? Let's have a look at their match day prices. Match day prices. Ticket categories and pricing. Let's have a look. Let's go for member prices because I mean you've got to be a member, haven't you? I'm not going to accept all your cookies because you're Arsenal. You can fuck right off getting my data. Okay, member ballot. Blah, 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 so what's the cheapest? 70. I'm seeing no raise on 70. 70 up to 103? You're kidding me. Oh, I got this right. The most expensive ticket price at Arsenal is £103. £103, and Tottenham's paying 150 for the match. Oh my God. I don't know what to say, folks. I don't know what to say. I mean, I got that right. So Arsenal, our most expensive ticket price is 50% more than Arsenal, who finished second in the league with a title tilt, who's won a couple of FA Cups in a row. I'm just saying, stuff like that just makes me sad about the state of my club. It really does, you know. It makes me so thankful that I saw really good times, but fucking hell, it's hard for fans at the moment. It really is. It's just horrible, horrible. Barbaric disdain. Hey Paul, every time I pass Hotspur Way, the old Susie Quattro Devilgate Drive pops into my head. She was a hero. She was very popular in Australia as well. There's friends of mine over here, born and bred Australians that love Susie Quattro. Amazing, eh? Tenor Paul. Heard Ange wants Cucurella. Yeah, I saw I saw quickly Sean Butler do a Spurs talk show on that. I was watching the cricket as well, but I don't know. I want centre backs, man. I don't even. See, this is my limited football knowledge, man. I've got such limited football knowledge. I don't watch Chelsea, and I know Cooker. I've heard the name, and I know that Chelsea want to get rid of him because like they paid too much for him and stuff. He's a left back. Oh, okay. Now I'm mildly excited because that's a position we need. That could be really good. But I mean, fuck it. But if that rumor is true and Ange really wants him, then this is what we'll see happens, eh? This is what we're going to see happens. Jazz Jones, Spurs fans don't look it up within 5 seconds. Answer this. Okay. How many Spurs fans are there in the world? According to Wikipedia, mate, because it's hard to judge this thing, but there's about 180 million. Back of the net. 180 million. Oh, come at me again, mate. Come at me again. Rough guess. Jazz Jones have a rough guess. I did, mate. And I think I've won a prize, 180 million, which seems like a really ridiculously big number to me. But there we go. Oh, fucking hell, Steady Shark Games Master. Oh, okay. All right, that's worth. Okay, let's. So I showed you. So there we go. Let's bring up old Patrick Moore again. So here's Patrick Moore here, right? Patrick Moore, and then we go into when gaming became cool with Dominic Diamond. Patrick Moore, Games Master. He became the guy. Dear Games Master, I'm stuck on level 5 of Super Mario Brothers 1. What do I do? Well, what you do is you need to hop on the mushroom, dash the pixel to the left, and you'll get a golden box. That'll give you the key. So they juiced him up with a bit of graphics. I don't mind doing this. No one's watching anyway. Oh no, let's do that. Hang on. Hang on. How do I just... Oh, I don't want a bloody story about him dying. Is that what we're going to get? This is the guy. Oh, it's my choice. Bugger off. There he is. So they put some fancy graphics on him, and somehow it bloody worked. Why was I watching this? I was 20 in 1992. I should have been studying mathematics instead of going and watching the Happy Mondays and the Charlatans every night and having fun. There we go, Games Master. Anyway, there you go. 1975, not public domain. But the soundtrack, that piece of music. Isn't it Holst from the Planet Suite? Are you saying it's taken from a 1975 recording? Well, I could find a recording. Is it 50 years in England? Because it's bloody 75 years in here. Because whatever America does to protect Mickey Mouse, we do the same. So it's 75 years after the death of the producer, whatever that means. The producer. So it's 50 years. 50 years is public domain after the death of the producer of the work. Ridiculous. It's a stupid amount of time, isn't it? You know, if we had don't get me on a bloody copyright law, man. It does my head in. I hate IP law, a lot of it. It used to be part of my job, man. Mark Cousins, Patrick Moore legend, watched Sky at night since I was 10, still do. Who's presenting it now? Is it some good presenter now? Because is it Phil Platt? That would be my guess. That'd be my guess. I'm gonna find out. I'd guess Phil Platt. That's the only kind of astronomer. Or is it Brian Cox? Brian Cox is a bit too cool for school for me. Keeps going on about his D-Reen days, even though he was in them before they had that hit. Sky at night presenter. Sky at night. Maybe I'll have a list of presenters in the Wikipedia. This is what you come join me for. We're talking Tottenham, but we're going on a little alley here. Presenters. So it was Patrick Moore from 1957 to 2013. What a bloody brilliant guy. Once a month for 60 odd years. Okay, and so it seems like we've got a few all at the same time presenters, and they're all kind of past my time in England, so I don't know any of them actually. Hang on, what's this? Move to BBC Four? What? It's on BBC Four? Why is it on BBC Four? Who watches BBC Four? The BBC Four didn't even exist. Fucking BBC. Mark Cousins, I had a signed newsletter from Patrick in the 80s. God, that's brilliant, man. Brilliant. He was a cool guy. When I went to this talk he did, and it was for the West London Young Astronomers Association, I'll have you know. And he did his talk and that, and we asked him questions, and he was just milling around, and he was just Patrick Moore. He was absolutely as cool as all shit, man. He was brilliant. No question was too like it you know, obviously it's all ages, right? So I can't remember what some of the questions, but I remember at the time thinking, not in a bad way, but you know, basic questions, and he just answered them wonderfully and fully and respected everyone there. He was the coolest of guys. I'll tell you when it was. It was when Halley's Comet came back. So what was that? Was that 86 or 88? Somewhere around there, because there was a big thing, and then Halley's Comet, which was crap. Halley's Comet was crap. You couldn't even hardly see the bloody thing through a powerful telescope. It was rubbish. Everyone's going away now. It's just hardcore Patrick more nuts at the moment. David Clark, Tottenham Hotspur FC are a registered charity because we buy shit players for a fortune and then sell them for peanuts. Yeah. Even relegated Leicester City have purchased the Premier League centre back for Croft. Yeah, I know, man. I know. Have a look at City's pool. I don't. Okay. Manchester City ticket prices. I mean, if we're paying between 75 and 150, surely they're going to be paying like 5,000 or something. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's search tickets. Okay, well, I'll go for a premium game, eh? Let's go Man City Arsenal. It says not available. Okay, maybe I've got to get further down the list or something. I mean, obviously they're going to sell it. Oh, we could. Okay, we can find out what Man City paid to watch us come up and flog them. Oh, you've got to do shit, have you? You've got to. Nah, it's not. It's all. No. Okay, maybe it's on some other page, but I can't see it on Man City. How much is a ticket to watch Man City? Okay. Fuck off. That's young adult, isn't it? What does that mean? What's that mean? Well, young adult is between 55 and 40 quid. Ticket smarter. Man City ticket prices will usually have a starting price of 40 to 70. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Well, I just hope it drives. It's sad to say it, man, but I hope it drives fans away for a year. I mean, season ticket, you know, I get that. But but I can't criticise fans for still going, man, because you know, who am I to judge what a person's circumstance in life is that? And for some people, you know, rich or poor, their life is Tottenham Hotspur, and it's one thing they still look forward to going to, even when we're crap. For some reason, they just want to go and see their team play football. So I'm not going to. I can't judge anyone that says I can't buy the argument if anyone's going to say it. Oh well, the fans are to blame because they still go. I mean, no, that's victim blaming, man. It's victim blaming. It's not their fault. It's bloody Tottenham Hotspur PLC's fault because we're the suckers. Yeah, and if I was in England, I guarantee, man, say if I had a little bit of a win on the lotto, which I won't have because I don't gamble, and say, I don't know, I've got a knock on the door, Mr. Beatty, you've got, for no reason, here's a lot of money. It's like, oh, cheers, man. I probably would go over to London. I probably would go and see fucking Spurs play. So I'd be part of the bloody problem, according to some people. But the fans ain't to blame, man. Fans are never to blame. It's the club. Outrageous. I'm fucking seething over that. Seething. Could almost buy two of theirs for one of ours. Okay, and it's limited availability. Okay, I get that. But that's the way it should be. David Clark, when I changed my energy company, they ring me up and ask me why I'm leaving. When I cancelled my One Hotspur membership, Levy's cronies emailed me to warn me that I would lose my place in season ticket line. Fuck. It's a shakedown, isn't it? It's like the mob have moved in to White Hart Lane. Oh, fucking hell. So, I mean, I knew we were the most expensive ticket prices, but I didn't realise by how much. Didn't realise by how much, man. It's heartbreaking. It really is. Audio hours and evening, bruv. Evening, man. David Clark, Cucurella is that long-haired left back who Romero pulled the hair from. Oh, right. Okay. You've put it in. You've translated it into lingua Tottenham. So I remember now. Okay, but he's a left back, so that's good. Depends on the continent and country. I'm not sure, man, what that was. Also, the rumours are not true, Paul, and I see not starting as easy top. Yeah, no, I'm not. No. I do play bass guitar, but I'm more sort of. Well, I could play a bit as easy top, I suppose, because it is kind of blues based, a lot of it. Blues, psychedelia, funk, punk. That's my jam, man. That's my jam. Brown Sugar's easy top. So that intro, yeah, no, cool band. 86 Paul, I saw it through binoculars. 86. There's me, a fucking nerdy. Actually, I'll show you me at 14. You think Draco Malfoy was an evil-looking motherfucker? Where is he? Here we go. Look at this sinister bastard here. Whoa, look at that. Look at that. Expelliarmus. That's it. Look at all the fucking hair I had. I had so much hair, I could gel it back and not even look at it. Oh, look at that low hairline. Look at it. That's only a few years before we last won the FA Cup. There we go. That's us. That's us winning. That's us like winning cups and shit. And there's me now. Look at that. Look what supporting Tottenham Hotspur does to you. It does that. Look. Bloody outrageous. Just going to get a drink of water, folks. Back in a second. Yeah, look at that. That's me when Spurs were brilliant. Look at that. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, you Spurs. This is me. I had a season ticket. This is me. Yeah, I'm going to Tottenham. Season ticket only cost me 36 quid. Yay. Time, eh? What time does. Come on, Glenn Hoddle. Come on, Glenn Hoddle. Come on, Ossie Ardiles. Come on, Steve Perryman. Yay, yay. Come on, you Spurs. Come on, Eric Dyer. Just kick the fucking ball, mate. Fucking hell. There you go. There's the difference. There's the difference. Difference in photography, pictorial storytelling. Cities is cheaper. Yeah, I saw it, man. Yeah. Oh, is there not an exchange? Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. It's like half price, man. I did see it. This is cheaper by miles. And they just won the treble. Hang on. Have I got a message from someone? Hang on. There we go. Here we go. These are cheaper by miles, and they just won the bloody treble. I know, man. I know. And David Clark says under 16s at Spurs now. Fuck off. What? To see the under six? Are you telling me, David, to watch the under 16s? Is this what you're seriously saying? To watch an under 16s game? Oh no. You're saying kids. Oh, that's the same though, isn't it? So a kid. Hang on. Either way, it's bad, mate. A child price £42, or watching the under 16s at £42. I don't know what's the worst of two evils there. I don't know what's worse, man. Well, I'm running a bit dry here, but let's have a look and see if anything's happening in the Twitter sphere. Hang on, I'll tell you what. I'll put the link in again. Anyone's welcome to come on who's still around, just for a chat about any old bollocks, you know. It's a Sunday night tangent sort of stream, you know. Anything. I'm desperate. Help me out. Look, here we go. StreamYard. There's the link. Click on it. It's in the chat. Happy Ossie and Ricky Day. What an antidote to all this angst. What an antidote. I wonder if I got. Let's have a look. Let me see if I can find. And Ricky. Hang on. Oh, this is a good photo. Look at this. I keep getting it wrong. Image and new tab, you muppet. Hang on. Let's go back to happier days, eh? Let's go back to happier days. Ossie and Ricky Day, 45 years ago today, man. 45 years ago, that's what we were. And in fact, I think I've got in my catalogue of school photos me when we bloody signed up. I've got a bag of things here. Hang on, I'm going to get the right year. Where's 78? Where's 78? 81. 79, that's close. 79's probably the closest I can get is 79. Here we go. This is me. Not long after we signed Ricky and Ossie. Here we go. Look at this. Yay! Yay! Tottenham are the best team in the whole world. We've signed Ossie and Ricky. Yay! Come on, you Spurs. Glory, glory. And this is me now. This is me now. Look at that. Yay! Yay! Arsenal lost the FA Cup. Argentina, we signed the world champions. That's it. Says it all, doesn't it? Says it all. Don't know what to say. No, I'm not even going to speculate on that. No idea. Okay, let me have a look at the Twitterverse. Oh, I've got a notification. Oh, someone liked one of my videos. Oh, well, that's nice. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm enjoying this, even though there's no one watching. At least we're getting the odd comment. You know, comment away about anything, man. Or if you don't want to, you don't want to. Maybe it's time to end. You know, I'm not holding a gun against your head. You know, we can go, we can part and come back another time. That's all cool. Let's have a look. Anything new? Oh well, okay. Maybe there's a bit of an upside apart from all the ticket prices. Let's assume that you don't want to go and watch Spurs anymore. Let's just assume that's you just never, like me. Maybe I shouldn't be getting so worried about ticket prices and all that shit, should I? I mean, I'm not going to games. Maybe that's the way I've got to look at it. But I don't know. I just have an attachment to the fan base over there still, even it's distance and time and all that. I can't help but empathise with people, but maybe I should not give a shit because it doesn't affect me. I don't know. Paddy Hartnett has tweeted. He says, "I have an odd feeling this will be a good week for Spurs." So, okay, maybe Paddy knows something, eh? Paddy knows something. I'm just seeing if there's any other breaking shit. Okay, last word on Spurs, and this is from Fabrizio Romano. They're saying it's unrealistic and unlikely for Daniel Levy to accept Bayern Munich's offer of 80 million euros plus add-ons, plus tax deductions. It's very difficult to see it happening for this man. It's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. Harry Kane's staying, man. Harry Kane's staying. Did see a comment here which I want to address. The Scouts. G'day, man. How you going? Nice to see you. Any reservations at all about Ange? Zero, man. Absolutely zero. No reservations at all. No reservations. I've because I've not seen him fail, man. I've not seen him fail. All I've seen him do in 20 odd years is just succeed at everything. That's what he does. So no, none at all, man. He's absolutely the right man for the Spurs. We couldn't have a more perfect Spurs manager right now, not by long. When all the speculation was going on, and it was like Nagelsmann because I was hoping for Ange. Nagelsmann, I didn't want Nagelsmann. Arne Slot, I thought, okay, if we get him, that's all right, But then that all fell through. It's like, yes, Ange is back on the table. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Perfect. No reservations at all. At all. Okay, we've got some more comments in. Thanks, folks. Feel so sorry for Ange. Everything looking positive. And this ruins everything. I can't stand the man. What he knows about football could be written on a postage stamp. He couldn't even write anything. Are stamps still a thing? Do stamps still exist? Has it all gone online and shit? Yeah. But look, one more week. 2 or 3 days. I'll give him 3 days to get. 3 days and one centre back. That's all I'm asking. I've been battered down so low. Okay, Levy, you've haggled me, man. I wanted 2 centre backs and a left back. I'll take 1 centre back for fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. All right, that'll fucking do. We'll do just enough again. Just something. Ben Kaufman. Ben again, hello. You're still hanging around, mate. I hope you're chill, man. Manor Solomon is going to surprise a few people in an Ange system. Well, I've seen Amir talk highly of him, and I trust that because he would have been following the guy for years. So that's got to be good. And you're up on it too. Okay. I saw another video by a guy called Harry Scarf. Did quite a long video on Manor Solomon, so that's getting me excited. It's not like I'm not excited about some of these players, man. But fuck, we need defence. We need a defence. Look, I mean, I can't spell it out. Clearer than this. Hang on. Hang on. Where is it? I've got to get it in big letters. Where is it? I think that's it there, isn't it? Yeah, it's that number there. See this? I've expanded it as much as I can. See that? See that number there? 63. That's how many bloody goals we let in. We've got to fix that. That number. That number, mate. That one there. That one there. 63. Fix that before. Look, that's all right. We're doing all right there, and we probably get more because we've got Madison and Basuma and shit like that. But this one is crap. It's crap. God. But yeah, no, look, up front, and this is, I'll tell you what, man, Ben, this is the thing where we're so close, you know, because well, once you get past the back line, it's like we look pretty decent, I reckon. I reckon we've got a few options here and there, you know, like in midfield. I don't know if Adogi's going to be playing at left back, but he might be a winger. So you got Doge, Pape Matar, Basuma's looking good, fucking Madison, and we might have a bit of Pedro Porro. You know, that's 5 already for 3 places. I'm not counting Skip and Højbjerg, you know. And then we got Solomon, Kulusevski, Son, Kane, Richarlison, Hill. I mean, and maybe it's still 6 though. It's still 6, you know, all right players. So that bit up there is all right. And then you come to the back line. Okay, Vicario, brilliant, nice one. Royale, okay, you know, Romero, happy with that. And then you've got it's like, you know, all teams have got to do is they've got to go down their right hand side, and it's 5-0, isn't it? 5-0. Got a feeling as well in my water, but that could be an infection. Mark Cousins, my local team in National League South. £20 max to get in this year. Yeah, I don't know, man. The Scout says, would you take CCV back? I absolutely would. I absolutely would. This is probably an unpopular opinion, to be fair. I don't know of many other Spurs fans that would agree with me on this one because, you know, we had to loan him out and farm him out. But while Ange was at Celtic, I was watching a lot of Celtic, and Cameron Carter-Vickers was phenomenal. He was fantastic. Fantastic. He's a bit more right-sided than left-sided from what I can remember, but hardly put a foot wrong, putting tackles over in their half, running back, covering up, because his partner Starfelt wasn't as good. Not crap, but wasn't as good. So the onus was on CCV to do most of the work, and he did it. And last season, he was playing a lot of the time with an injury. And I don't mean injury as in the Spurs way, where it's just get on the fucking pitch. It was managed so that once they won the Scottish FA Cup, I think it was. No, it might have been the Scottish League Cup. Yeah, I think it was the Scottish League Cup. They just then rested him for the rest of the season. I'm not sure they'd actually won the league at that stage. Maybe they have. I'm not sure. But yeah, absolutely. I'd take CCV back in a flash, mate. I really would. I'm probably the only one though. David Clark. I've been watching Colville Town, who are in Southern League Central Division. They blew promotion in the final weeks of the season. I hope it's exciting for you, man. I hope it's exciting. My local team, non-league, and when you're talking non-league team, you're talking about a crowd of like 10, maybe 100. Soccer is way down the pecking order here. But I am watching a team in New South Wales League 3, which is the mighty Gladesville and Ryde Magic. I don't even know if I remember if I paid to go in. But sometimes you just want to watch a bit of live sport, don't you? You know, that's what it's exciting. I find I can watch almost any sport at the top level and be excited about it. When we had the Olympic Games here in the year 2000, I ticked every ticket I could on the ballot, and fortunately, it ended up costing me a fortune, but it's all right because this is when I had a bit of money, you know. Um, and I saw all sorts of stupid sports, and it was thrilling to see the world's best do this stuff. Is always exciting, man. Yeah, man, we're gonna have some of that. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, not. I don't find him on Google Maps, do I? That's what we. It's another season. This Dyer, don't pass it back to don't pass it back to Vicario. Kick it up the pitch. Just give the fucking ball to Madison, Dyer. That's what it's going to be, man. Audio Artisan, are you doing a watch along for the wet spam game? Probably not, man. Probably not. I've been thinking about this, and I know some people have been asking me to do it, and that's really nice. But when the game's actually on, I just like to just chill out and watch the game, man. And I like to absorb myself fully in the game. So if I was doing a watch along, I think it would be really boring because I wouldn't be saying much because I don't usually sit here and commentate, if you know what I mean. I do shout and cheer and I might swear here and there, but I don't think it'd be very entertaining. So if I was to work on it being more listenable, I wouldn't enjoy the game as much. And really, the only reason I think I'd be doing it then would be to get, subscribers and likes and shit like that. And that's not the way I want to go on this channel. I don't want to just do things to chase numbers. Because I've got this theory in life that, crazy people always eventually find each other. So I'm just going to do this channel my way, the way I want, and eventually, if there are enough crazy people out there, then people will watch it, and if they don't, it's cool because I'd rather have a few crazy people than 5,000 knobs watching. So no, I'm not going to be doing watch-alongs for that. I did talk to David Harris, the Irish Hotspur, last night about whether he's going to do a pre-match build-up for that game. He's not sure yet, but if he does, I'll be doing that. I'll be doing pre-match build-ups on his channel because I just enjoy doing them. I know I could probably do pre-match build-ups on my channel, but I just enjoy chatting to David and Jack before a game. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. I'll do post-match stuff. I'll probably do a stream after the West Ham game because it'll probably be 11 o'clock at night here. So I'll be doing that, but I won't be doing a watch-along. I'll be doing it for the wrong reasons, man. And I think it'd be crap to watch and listen to. And I'm not being like humble and shit there. I just, yeah, there you go. Man, Bushman, Steimer, Evanista. The scout, I don't think the Tottenham fans would believe how much he's improved, including in Europe. Yeah, I know. And this is the thing. I think it'd be unpopular because they just remember the player that we used to have, and I've seen him more recently, and I agree with you, the scout. I think he's an absolutely look. He's the best defender in Scotland. Last year, he was the best defender in Scotland, and I don't care about it's only Scottish football. They don't know anything, mate. They haven't watched Scottish football for a start, whereas I watched a lot of it. And I actually found it to be a lot of the time more entertaining than the Premier League. I really did. As a sporting spectacle, it had more skin in the game than I find Premier League is pretty crap at the moment. I really do. When I used to be before the Premier League, not only would I watch Tottenham games, I'd watch any live game on TV, which is like one a week. I'd watch all the match of a day. Now I watch Tottenham, and I get what I can out of that. I don't even watch highlights of other games. I certainly don't watch live matches of other games. I didn't watch the European Cup final. Didn't give a shit about that because I just don't think football is as good. you know, whether it will stay that way, I don't know. I did watch a lot of Celtic playing outside of Premier League. I watched a lot of Celtic, and it was exciting. It was exciting. Sebastian says, "Come on, you Spurs! Come on, you Spurs, Sebastian! Yes, that's it. Hotspur hippie has got proud of a new recruit, Sebastian, currently in the beautiful Blue Mountains in New South Wales, having a great old time with his granddad. I hope. Come on, you Spurs! That's it, man. That's it. See, we always get them because there's something magical about Tottenham Hotspur. At the end of it, it doesn't matter who owns it because it's not their club. That's what it boils down to for me. They'll be gone one day, and fans will still be there because we've been there for 150 years since 1882. Green Army now. All right, okay, it's your local club. Drink up the cider. I got a brand new combine harvester. I'll give you the key. Bum, bum, bum. You got 40, 50. Yeah, I got 43. You don't forget us, Paul, when you get too far. When you don't forget us, Paul, when you get to Fiker here. I went, look. It's the funny thing though, like, because at the moment, because it's a select niche, intelligent crowd I've got in, and I can go through every comment, and every comment's good. I've seen what it's like when I'm on the Irish Hotspur, and the live comments fly by, and it gets harder and harder to you certainly can't talk about every comment, but on the other hand, you also get a lot of comments that are just people chatting with each other, and you also get a few suspicious characters coming into the chat as well. So no, there's always a place. There's always a place for stuff like this. 24Z, always a place. Paul G, evening Paul, and all in the chat. G'day man, how you going? Is that the end of the line tonight, folks? Is that the end of the line? I'm not putting pressure on them. It's cool, man. If that's where we end, that's where we end, man. That's all right by me. But remember. Today is it is Happy Ossie and Ricky Day. It is Happy and Ossie Ricky Day. This is me when we signed Ossie and Ricky. Yay! Yay! Come on, you Spurs! Yay! Tottenham are the greatest team the world has ever seen. Come on, you Spurs! And look at me now. That's what Tottenham does to you. That's what Tottenham does to you. All right. And I'll just give it a quick mention. Thanks for being with me, folks. I've got GoFundMe because I've got no money and I'm skint until September. And I am living on a really incredibly tight budget at the moment. And it's really only thanks to the GoFundMe fund so far that I've managed to, not worry about it as much. It's still really bloody tight, mind you. People have been super generous already. If you could slip me a few bucks, that'd be really cool. But if you can't, that's cool. Thanks for everyone that clicks like and subscribe. But as I say, look, I'm 51 years old, man, and sometimes I can't be asked clicking the thing on my phone and all that. So it's appreciated, but I'm not going to. See, here's the thing. I'm going to build this slow, man. I'm going to build it slow. I'm going to build it slow with people I don't have to bollock into clicking like and subscribe, man. I just want people to eventually waft their way through the internet and bump into the stream, and and maybe let the algorithm, because once you look at a couple of streams, you don't even have to subscribe, do you? It just pops up. So people are liking and subscribing. It's just having your company. That's all the thing, But thanks to everyone that has. I must admit, it is quite chuffing. It is quite chuffing. Back in the morning, Paul? Yeah, probably. I dare say there's no cricket on tonight because England won last night. Hey, Baz Ball. Daniel, like saying of all, one love to all. Thank you very much. All right, so so did I say, the GoFundMe's in the description, blah, blah, blah. Look, if you want to know why I'm doing more about the GoFundMe, I don't really like to talk about it too much and go on about it. But if you click on the link and read what's happening there, it'll explain it a bit more, man. And Ben Kaufman will end it. We'll put Ben back in there. I'm here to keep suits in line. That's right, man. Keep the suits in line. But I do like the sentiment of this. Peace and love to all of you. Peace and laughter everywhere, all in the world, except on the football pitch. And more importantly, come on, you Spurs! Where's the end broadcast button?